Last year we sold our house and we packed all our stuff into storage.
So I've loaded up the car, hooked on the camper and decided to go and see this beautiful country of ours.
When we get back from our trip, we want to buy our own small farm, so we're hoping to be encouraged by the way others are growing their own food and loving it.
We want to be encouraged by meeting new people and hearing their stories.
And to top it all off, we're excited that we've got another little one on the way. So join us on our journey of being rookies on the road to becoming farmers.
So this week we've left Cow's Nest and we're on our way down the coast.
We're going to jump on the Spirit of Tassie.
Yep, hopefully we don't get too seasick.
So we actually got to drive onto the Spirit of Tassie, which I thought was pretty cool. Like we had to take our car on there. You had to wash the ute before we even got there.
Yeah, it was pretty grubby, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you're not allowed to take any dirt to Tassie apparently.
No.
So we did a night sail, and when we arrived in the morning, we were in Tassie. Then we went and had some brekkie. We went to this awesome cafe called The Laneway, which we totally recommend if you get off the Spirit. This is the first travel leg of our trip, so we're spending the first half of our time in Tassie, travelling around and showing Evie like just cool things basically. One of the best bits about Tassie was the fact that we had the full drive, so we could go and stay in places that...
Yes. No road was safe with us there.
No road was safe. I felt unsafe.
One of our most favourite places that we stayed at and travelled along was the stretch between Bellingham and Bridport. We turned up to Bellingham not knowing what to expect and what it was going to be like, and literally like the first 200 metres of the track was like up and down, sandy, soft, and
it was getting dark.
You're a bit nervous, hey?
I was a little bit nervous because it was dark and we were about to drive on a new beach in the dark.
But hey, you know, we had all the gear, we didn't have to rush, pulled up onto the beach, and it was just a spectacular sunset.
It was very cool.
It was very nice.
And then we drove along the beach a little bit and found a little nook in between two sand dunes.
A little camping spot for the first night on that track. It was just, really special.
So I got to make breakfast looking out of the ocean, no one else around. Yep. And Evie wanted to go for a swim because she's
at the beach.
She's at the beach and she doesn't understand the temperature difference. And I think she changed her mind once she got in the water.
Took her breath away.
Did you have a nice swim there?
It's too cold.
Some of our favourite places that we went to were the remote places, weren't they, where we stayed overnight. And
yeah, you could, not hear a soul. It was just whisper quiet. And then wake up in the morning.
So dark.
It was really dark. So one of Tassie's great little secrets is Bruny Island. We decided to jump on the ferry and cruise over and see what was happening there. So that's 2 ferries in one place. Pretty hectic.
It's heckers, just ferries everywhere. We're driving towards Bruny Island and I'm recording and I'm holding a mic.
Just
I had another
thumb
injury. I couldn't do anything. It was just
Is
locked.
it the same thumb that you hit?
Yes. It is the same thumb. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we finally made it to the ferry, which is really cool because you can actually get out on this ferry.
Yeah, have a walk around, see what's going on.
We sat on top
of the camper.
We did. We sat on top of the camper. It was really cool. So we made it to Bruny Island and then Evie wanted to send her postcards because she's had these postcards from Potteroo Palace and we hadn't sent them yet and she'd already written on them.
She's so excited about sending those off.
So we stopped at a little post office that we saw along the way and Ev sent her letters off and she kissed them before she put them in and she forgot to kiss one of them, so sorry for whoever got that one.
While we were travelling around Bruny, one of the really great sites that we went and checked out was the Bruny Island Lighthouse.
Mm-hmm. And they've got like that, there's like a little museum before you walk up to the lighthouse. Yeah. And we went in there and so Ev wrote her name in the visitors book in the museum, which was...
She did really well, I might add.
So if you go there...
Check out Evie's name.
Check out Evie's name.
We made our way to Frenchmans Cap, which is on the west coast of Tassie.
And so we went for a bit of a look down Frenchmans Cap. Now the walk's actually really long, so we couldn't do that. So we just walked to the suspension bridge, which is a good walk, for a family and that sort of thing.
You can actually walk down onto the rocks on the riverbed as well.
Yeah, so you can walk across the suspension bridge and you can go down the side and have a look at the riverbed and stuff like that, which was really nice and like green, mossy green walls and Yeah, it was just something really different. We hadn't done that yet. Like we hadn't found that more rainforesty look, so it was cool to see that.
Yeah.
And then just up the road,
Nelson Falls.
Nelson Falls. We didn't even know they were there. We just kind of
Just a ring in.
stumbled
let's pull up
across.
Here. Check it out.
The waterfall was awesome. It's the only waterfall that we've really seen in Tassie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I know there's heaps of them.
There's lots of other ones, but we just never got there.
That's the only one that we saw. And it was nice to see a massive one, and Ev hadn't seen one really
up close
before. So we did quite a few free camps. So those stops often don't have showers. So someone was getting a little bit smelly and needed to have a wash. So you heated up the billy and had a wash in the middle of the forest.
And it was really good. I thought it'd be freezing cold actually, but I just went all Bear Grylls style. So while we were in Tassie, it was her birthday.
So because it was my birthday, you let me choose what we got to do that day, didn't you?
And what did we get up to?
And we went to the Seahorse Farm. Is it Seahorse Farm?
Yes.
Seahorse World. I don't know anyone that doesn't want to see seahorses.
Yep.
I know a 4-year-old that really wanted to see seahorses. Started like this big.
Keep going.
Tiny little
like
things.
Real small.
And then they get up to like this big. And guess who carries the baby? The male.
The dudes.
There was like potbelly seahorses. And I resembled a potbelly seahorse.
You did too.
So I got to pick one other thing to do that day.
Yes.
So we crammed in the strawberry farm.
Oh, it's just a, birthday made in heaven, really.
Seahorses and strawberries.
Done.
Hello.
Tick.
Anyway, so we went to the strawberry farm. We collected a whole massive punnet of strawberries.
It was a great family afternoon, really.
It was good. So as part of our trip travelling as a family, we really wanted to check out some historical sites and share Australian history with Evie and things like that. So it was important that we went to Port Arthur.
Yeah, Port Arthur is, one of the major iconic, heritage items and places in Australia. And to see, what the convicts went through, hear the stories, it was pretty mind-blowing actually to sort of be in that space, in that area, and the confinement cell. Dun dun dun!
I got a little bit claustrophobic. There was a lot of stuff that sort of went over Evie's head because she's 4 years old, but some of the cool things was the fact that we did the Devonshire tea. So we taught her about, English history in terms of scones and jam and cream and cups of tea.
She seemed to pick that up pretty quick.
She did. They have some really cool kids activities at Port Arthur too. And she also got to do some letter writing, and they got to show her the wax seal of how they used to seal letters. And
she loved doing that. And we're playing outside too with the throwing rings.
Yeah,
what
is
are
it
they called?
quoits?
Is it quoits?
Is it quoits?
I don't know. You just throw the hoops of stuff onto the stick.
I think it's quoits. Tassie's quite well known for fresh produce and all that sort of stuff.
Some amazing food.
We ate at a lot of yummy places.
Whilst we're in Tassie.
But we're going to tell you about two. The first one is in Geeveston, and it's called the Old Bank Cafe, and it was so yummy. The other place is the Summer Kitchen Organic Bakery, and that's in Huonville.
It is a mouthful, but it's a good mouthful.
It was so yummy. Everything's organic. Oh, we had organic ginger beer.
No.
Anyway, that's our top 2 list of places to visit if you're looking for a yummy cafe to eat.
Spot on. Next week, we've finished our travel leg and we're on our way to our Tassie farm that we're going to go and check out. And we're doing saffron.
So we're going to do that, and we're going to do our last little bit of travel in Tassie.
Oh, then we're going to leave Tassie.
And then we have to leave Tassie. But there's still a whole nother week of Tassie left. So we'll see you next week on the saffron farm.
Bye, guys.